1st of December, we had 4 games played across various stadiums in the English Premier League. So Chelsea today hosted Aston Villa at the Stamford Bridge, and it ended 3-0 in favor of Chelsea. It was really an easy win for Chelsea because Aston Villa lately they've not been in their best of form in the Champions League. They drew against Juventus, I think, during their last game, and also so in this game they lost 3-0. Like I said, the first goal was scored by Jackson, who I think is on top from right now. I think that is his 8th Premier League goal of the season. Then they scored the second goal in 36 minutes by Fernandez, assisted by Kopama, and the last goal was scored by Kopama, who is also in fine form. So that's a convincing win for Chelsea. Also, we had the game between Manchester United and Everton. This is Manchester United new coach, his first Premier League home game. Remember, a few days ago they won 3-2 in the Europa League, and so this is first the new manager, his first home game in the Premier League, and he won the game convincingly. I would say Manchester United played so well for the first time, I would say, in a very long while. I know it's a new coach. Sometimes most players, they tend to want to put in their best effort to impress the coach and to also impress the fans. So that was a convincing win, I would say. And Everton, to be honest, they've not been doing so well in the Premier League. They've been struggling in their last couple of games. So the game started very well. Marcus Rashford scored the first goal, assisted by Bruno Fernandes. Zexi, who's the new boy that they signed from the Dutch league, scored the second goal, assisted by Bruno Fernandes again. And Marcus Rashford scored the third goal, and Zexi scored the fourth goal. In this game, is wanted to point out some of the key players that did fantastically well in this game, like Amad Diallo. He played so well in this game, assisted 2 goals. I think he's been doing so well in the last couple of games. He's been giving assists, he's been scoring goals and also making great runs in the team. We also had the game between Tottenham versus Fulham, which ended 1-1 at the Tottenham Stadium. So Bernard Johnson, who also is in fine scoring form for Tottenham this season, he scored the opening goal in the 54th minute, the second half. Then Tom Kenny, the captain of Fulham, equalized late in that game. Then obviously the big game for the weekend, Manchester City versus Liverpool at the Anfield. Looking back at what's been happening in the last couple of weeks, Manchester City, they've been in their poorest form in a long while. Before this game, in the last 6 games, Pep Guardiola has not won any of that. Over the during the week, they drew against Feyenoord in the Champions League, where they went 3-0 up till the 75th minute, and they conceded 3 goals in less than 20 minutes to the end of that game, and the game ended 3-0. Liverpool, during the week as well in the Champions League, they defeated the current UEFA Champions League holders, talking about Real Madrid, 2-0 in a convincing way. So this game, we're looking out for an interesting game where we'll be thinking City will come back and restore the hope that the fans are still having in this current squad. I know they're having some injury challenge in terms of Rodri, who won the Ballon d'Or few weeks ago as the best footballer in the world, no doubt, because he won the Euros and he won the Premier League. So he's been out injured, and also the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, who also he just got back from injury but is not in the best form, and few other players, Doku, who was injured but he just got back to the squad as well. Kovacic is also injured, is out of the squad. So I know City, they are going through a tough time when it comes to injury worries. Other clubs have also gone through that time as well. A few weeks ago, Arsenal lost their captain Martin Odegaard, who is one of the most creative players in the Premier League. They lost their captain, they lost Saka, and also they've gotten some other red cards in a few games. So I understand City is going through a difficult time now. So the game ended 2-0 in favor of Liverpool. First goal scored by Gakpo, assisted by Salah. A fantastic run from Salah, squared the ball to Gakpo, and Gakpo just hit the ball in an empty net, just a tapping. Then the second goal, which was a penalty by Diaz from Liverpool, was trying to run through the keeper, and the keeper just hit his leg and he fell. So Salah converted the penalty, which makes that his 11th goal of the Premier League this season. Haaland all through the game didn't have any chance. I was surprised. Like all throughout the game, he didn't have any chance. No shot on target, no chances created by Haaland, and he's also going through a spell where he's not really having a good time looking at goals he has scored. Yes, he scored 12 goals this season, but compared to last season where he was banging in the goals, getting all the goals, but this season he's been so quiet, and in this game he was so quiet as well. Manchester City lost the game, and this makes it 7 games in a row without having a win for Pep Guardiola, and this is the first time he's experiencing that in his career. He's going through a tough time. During last week, they also lost to Tottenham at the Etihad 4-0. Today they lost to Liverpool 2-0. It's becoming so difficult to believe that City will still be in the title race come next year. So I'll just quickly go through the table. Before I go to the table, something happened in the stadium that was very interesting. The Liverpool fans were chanting songs saying that Guardiola will be sacked in the morning, and Guardiola responded by saying he has won 6 Premier League. He has won 6 Premier League in as many years he has been in City, which was a very interesting and petty way to respond to the Liverpool fans. So I'll just quickly go through the Premier League table, and we'll see how the table stands as at today, the 13th week in the Premier League. So Liverpool, they are still maintaining the top position. Obviously, they've played 13 games. They've won 11 out of the 13, drawn 1, lost 1. They've got 34 points. Arsenal and Chelsea, they're on the same points, 13 games each. They've won 7 each. They've drawn 4, they've lost 2, and they've got 25 points in second and third respectively. Brighton, they've played 13 games, they've won 6, they've drawn 5, they've lost 2, they've got 23 points. Then City, they're occupying the 5th position. They've played 13 games, won 7, drawn 2, they've lost 4 out of 13 games. This is very surprising. They've got 23 points. Then United, they've come to the first half of the table where they're currently occupying the 9th position. 13 games played so far, won 5, drawn 4, and lost 4 with 19 points.